there. I remember one time he was hungry at like, was it go 4 a.m.? Was it? He calls me.
Let's not bring that up.
You know, if you want hot and ready $5 pizza, you can go to Little Caesars, right?
Yes, sir.
What that was, or
I don't know if I can get sued for that, but God, I can't. Even as a kid, I couldn't eat Little Caesars, man. That's cardboard pizza, man. And GBs and the spot truck will be giving away free food for a whole week.
Cut.
So welcome to Steamrolled, where we're gonna steamroll through tough conversations. Right? We're bringing on Zaid and Ali, both owners of very successful food trucks in the Dearborn area. Zaid is the owner of the Spot Food Truck. Ali is the owner of Golden Burgers. What's it like? I guess first question, we'll start with Zaid. Is what's it like being in the food truck industry now, these days?
Well, now these days, I mean, I guess it's like you said, like more food trucks are popping up everywhere. It's not like how it was a few years ago. You know, and it kind of like, some people say, brings a little competition to you. But I don't feel like it does if you already have a brand established and you already been in the business for a minute. So it's just a matter of you staying consistent, you know. Consistency, like if you're consistent, everything goes well. And I guess just, like I said, stay consistent and you're not going to be out of the game.
competition is a very good expression to Dearborn. I mean, not with just food trucks, with everything. Every other business out here in Dearborn, there's a lot of competition.
There's a lot of competition.
But in the food truck game, I think it's fun, you know?
It is. It's very fun, very challenging. And then what makes Dearborn stand out is a lot of people come out of state, out of the city, just because for the food truck scene here.
So what you guys are saying is all the competition actually forces you to step up your game.
100%.
Yeah.
That's what ends up being why Dearborn is such a hub for food, right?
And it makes it more entertaining because, you know, like, you got to always step up with something new. You got to do something new, you know?
Right.
So
Pushes you to be
pushing.
creative, yeah.
100%. So, being in the food industry itself is already a tough business. How much harder is it being in the food industry and being kind of locked in a little box to do business in?
I say the biggest challenge, I know, Zaid, you experienced this as well, is being in a very tight space, right? I mean, when you got these orders coming in, it's like you want to get everybody out. Sometimes it gets tough because you want to make sure that your food is delivered.
Top quality.
Yeah.
So you want to maintain quality, but it's also being in that locked box is kind of like it's tough to kind of keep the speed up.
You know, also,
but that's a good problem to have, that you have a lot of customers. It's kind of hard to keep up with.
But what I'm saying, it's a challenge, right? So,
of course.
I mean,
like us, for us personally, I know GBs or Golden Burgers, they have a little bigger truck than us. So us, we have a very small truck, you know, and a lot of people in the city know we have a small truck. So like, and we do get like very busy, and then like at certain points, the timing can be like very long wait. And you know, like a lot of people do understand it, but then you have those people who are like, damn, why is it a 40-minute wait? But you got to look at it. We work in like a 14-foot truck. You know, it's a very tight space, and like we're basically moving like robots.
Right.
And we're just trying to get everybody out of there satisfied. So like at the end of the day, you can't really just satisfy everybody. If the wait is 40 minutes, it has to be 40 minutes. You're better off telling them in the beginning than saying, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you know? So that's what a problem we've been running into.
You set the expectations, and if people want good food, they'll wait, you know?
100%.
So, you know, if you want hot and ready $5 pizza, you can go to Little Caesars, right?
Yes, sir.
But,
are you shaming on Little Caesars? Is that what that was? Or
I don't know if I can get sued for that, but God, I can't. Even as a kid, I couldn't eat Little Caesars, man. That's cardboard pizza, man.
McDonald's will go to, man.
So, being in the food truck industry, right? You see now we have so many food trucks in every corner, and there's a lot of them that are good, a lot of them not so good, you know, if I'm being honest. But where do you guys see either staying as is? What do you see your plans are for your individual trucks in terms of what's the next step for you guys?
I think personally, as for the spot, I mean, we don't like to move very fast, so we move like on our own pace. You know, a lot of people have been telling us, you guys need a brick and mortar, you guys need this, you guys need that. But I just feel like there's no need for us to move into a brick and mortar yet until we're fully ready. Because, you know, right now, of course, we're having a trailer, a bigger trailer. We're opening at this original location we have.
I've seen it. It's a beast.
Yeah. So we're opening that one hopefully within the next week or two. And we're having a seating area and all that in order for us to get more people in, take our orders faster. It's double the one that we have. So it's a 30-footer.
So let me ask you, when you say that you're not ready for a brick and mortar. What does that mean? So what would constitute you being ready?
I mean, one thing that I think we're not ready for it is one of the reason is, when you jump into a brick and mortar, it's a lot of overhead.
Right.
So that's one of the challenges we're facing right now. But, us as in the food truck and we got that new trailer, it's basically like a full kitchen. So
Right.
we don't really need a brick and mortar.
So that's the benefit of,
Yeah.
of having a food truck.
Exactly.
Right? That low
Like,
overhead cost.
maybe if we're still in the small truck, the same one we are in, then that would have been something to be like, oh yeah, we need a brick and mortar as soon as we can.
Right.
But since we got upgraded to a bigger trailer, it's not going to stop us doing from what we do.
Okay.
You see,
Nice.
if I could jump on there real quick, the only thing is that it works for Zaid because his menu is it's a lot smaller than a lot of people out here. There's a lot of people that try to put a lot of menu items into a food truck, and it's hard, and that's why a lot of people say jumping into a brick and mortar is probably a good idea,
It is,
But-
long term, it is a good idea. But like you said, a simple menu plays a big role.
Right.
The
Right.
simpler the menu, the better, the easier to operate.
100%.
Yeah.
That makes
No.
complete sense. Yeah. I mean, I guess so. It depends on what you're selling. Right? If you're trying to sell steaks out of a food truck, it's a lot harder. Than
100%.
Actually, that might be fire.
There you
man.
go. Don't. That's copyrighted. But so I mean, Ali, so your next big move for the spot truck is right now we're expecting that new truck to open up soon, inshallah, right? So it's a really big truck, right? So is that
Huge.
going to just increase orders? Are you going to add things to the menu? What do we expect?
So for that truck, of course, we have a lot of stuff that we took off the menu because of how busy we've been getting in the tight space. And everybody been asking us, like, when you guys bring in this, when you guys bring this. Yes, we're expecting few items, new items on the menu, but we're not adding a lot of crazy stuff on there because we do want to keep our menu very simple. When you're coming to the spot, we want to know, like, you're coming here, you know what you're getting, So it's going to be stay the same menu. We're adding probably like 5 more items on there. And then, of course, we'll have our smoothies and slushies like that. But other than that, it's staying the same menu.
Okay, nice. And then Ali, what's up with Golden Burgers? Anything new coming?
No, man. No,
man,
I'm
just straight
joking.
up.
No, we're actually working on a rebrand. Hopefully coming soon.
Rebrand. What does that mean?
We're changing the brand name
Okay.
from Golden
So
Burgers.
total rebrand.
Total rebrand of the whole truck. Not just the truck. Honestly, I'm jumping into something a little bit more on the side of brick and mortar.
Okay.
But for now, I can't talk too much about it.
Okay. So that's actually kind of cool. You guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's no
It's-
right or wrong decision. It's just
Not really, no.
There's just decisions to make, and there's so many different avenues you can go.
100%.
Yep.
Like us, sorry to cut you guys off, but we had our east side location. It was open for a minute. And then, we have a lot of our east side like customers, when you guys coming back. But, it's just a matter of finding the right spot for our customers and us. So
100%.
for that, that's why we've been closed for a minute.
Okay.
You know,
That's
so-
it. That was the second location,
Yeah.
correct? Okay, nice. So, I mean, the main location is the hub, right? That's
Yep.
the one that you guys are building that bigger truck on.
Yes, sir. The one
Okay.
in Dearborn.
So let me ask you guys this real quick. We'll start with Zaid with the spot. So what sets you apart from every other food truck and especially like other food trucks and restaurants that offer tacos and similar menu items to yours? So what is it that makes you guys so special compared to everyone else?
I think one thing that really makes us apart from a lot of food trucks, not only tacos, but in general, is having a very simple menu. Our menu is very simple. I could say maybe 10, 12 items on there. And the thing that makes us stand out from other taco trucks or any other taco trucks in the city is we always try to be consistent with the quality and always satisfy our customers to their needs.
Right.
So, we have a lot of our customers like messed up orders. We have a rule where if we messed up your order, what we'll do is you tell us, DM us on Instagram what happened exactly with your order, and the next time you come, it's a free meal on the house.
Nice.
You know,
Okay.
And
So your customer service sets you apart. What about the food?
the food, it's just a matter of our recipes. So everybody has their recipes,
Right.
Everybody's making tacos. Everybody has different recipes. And, everybody got a different taste. So
100%.
I feel like our recipe is a different recipe than everybody else. You could say, a lot of people say it's a mixed Yemeni fusion tacos.
Right.
But that's what makes us stand out.
That's actually kind of cool though. That there is a mix of Yemeni.
A lot. We've been
fusion.
getting that lately.
I
a
didn't
lot.
notice that. I should have, right? But
A lot of our regular customers been
Are you-
noticing it.
Are you a real Yemeni?
I don't know, man. That's for another topic for another day. But no, when I just remember having, especially with the consomme. I've never really had burrito tacos in general. So I had yours, and I was like, "What? This is
You know,
amazing."
you want to know something crazy? So you know how so Yemenis you drink with like madak, you know, like in
Yeah.
a bowl.
Yeah.
I used to go to this guy's truck, right?
He used to be craving it.
I used to go just to get a bowl of just like the
The
consomme.
maraca?
I remember one
Right,
time.
Squeeze some lime in there.
I remember one time he was hungry at like, I was go 4 a.m. Was it? He calls me.
Let's not bring that up.
So would you say that it's actually a fusion cuisine?
Yeah, you can say.
So it's a bit of a Yemeni Mexican kind of recipe.
Yeah,
Because it is very unique and it's very
it is.
good.
That's what makes it stand out.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and we do have a lot of like regular people that say your tacos taste way different than other taco spots.
Right.
And you know, like I said, everybody has their recipes. Everybody's different, but this is what I think makes it stand out. Simple menu, quality.
So you took something that you wanted to get into, and took something you knew, or you come from your background, and kind of merged them together.
So I've worked in like a Mexican place before, but I worked at a Fish and Chickens. I worked all over, you know. But then I've always had the habit where I love to cook.
Right.
So I've always been cooking at home, you know, whenever I'm hungry, stuff like that. And then I just like kicked in, man. I was like, damn,
Wait,
this is a
Zaid,
recipe right here.
you cook at home?
When I'm hungry, yeah, I cook
I
at home, bro.
I don't believe that at all.
So all right, now back to Golden Burgers, Ali. What sets you guys apart? Now I say burgers is very competitive, right?
Yeah.
What sets you guys apart from all the other burger trucks and then also burger restaurants in the city and the area?
You
A lot
know,
of people offer smash burgers, right?
Right. So there's a lot of people that do smash burgers, right? But they don't do it the right way. I don't know if you guys seen like the clips that we make. The way we smash our patties is a little bit unique and different. We smash them down all the way, you know, very thin.
To the grill.
Yeah, very thin slices.
You get up close and personal.
right.
Okay.
But yeah, it gives the patty a lot more flavor.
Right.
It's different. It's unique, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, that's something we're also working on is bringing like just a basic OG smash burger.
Right.
You know, with the potato bun and just kind of sauce and pickles.
Sounds good.
So with GBs, what we did is we make these specific patties, and we throw them onto gourmet made burgers. You know,
Right.
with lettuce, onions, pickles, tomatoes, all that stuff. But yet you're still having the experience of a smash burger.
So you're taking the smash burger patty, the
Right.
classic smash burger patty, and then
Right.
putting a twist to it.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to spot switching it up to the ones, but you know,
Yeah.
okay. I know you guys put the Cheetos on there and the
They
Doritos.
got their own touch on it, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I know the Flamin' Hot Burger. It's probably one of the weirdest.
Right.
I get a lot of people telling me, "What the hell is this, man? What am I looking at?" You know.
How
But
popular is it?
it's pretty popular. I mean, a lot of people come out here just to try the Flamin', and it's not for everybody. If I'm being honest
Right.
with you, you know, it's very specific, very
Niche.
Yeah, I get that's a good word. Actually.
It's more like munchies, you know?
Right.
If you're feeling like nice something, you know?
Zay, do you remember
Is that
the
what it
first time
is?
you had my Flamin'?
Yeah. First time I had his flame, and I'm not gonna lie.
I had this
killed
guy.
that bad boy.
So I'm team nacho burger. I just want that to be known out there. I tried the flaming. Not my cup of tea, but that nacho burger, man, I'm biting my fingers halfway through. But I guess, like you said, there's options for everybody, right?
Yeah, no, we have a lot of options on there. Like the burgers that we have on there, you know, there's a lot of different stuff that we put in our burgers.
Right.
But definitely the nacho, the flamin' are the kind of the stars on the menu.
If you can tell us about the journey of Golden Burgers and how you guys started. I know you guys moved a few locations, and just basically what it was like starting off in a hot box, trying to get people to come, you know, try your food out for the first time, and what that journey is. Hey, you have an idea, but now how do you actually get customers?
Yeah, no, it's tough, man. Starting off, you know, our first location was not the best. We were in kind of a neighborhood area, not a lot of traffic.
Right.
And like you said, you know, on average, I don't even think we'd hit like $300-400 a day. You know, that's crazy. And that went on for a couple weeks, just trying to push our menu out there. You know, play with advertisement and stuff like that. But in the beginning, you know,
So what you're saying is it wasn't worth leaving your job at DTE as an engineer, right? Because I think that's, a lot of people know that
He
you did
was-
start off as an engineer.
yeah, you're just gonna throw it out there,
Yeah, a little
huh?
bit, yeah.
Well, I mean, he was sitting on a computer all day. Doesn't have nothing to do.
I was at home,
Right?
honestly chilling with a nice
Oh,
salary.
you're working from home.
Yeah, I was working
Yeah.
from
So you're
home.
working from home with a nice salary as an engineer with a bachelor's degree.
Dropped all the.
Said, let me go start a food truck and see how that
I'm
goes.
sorry, mama.
Like he was started sitting down.
So
That's not-
I'm sure your parents had a few words.
I'm sorry. Excuse my language. I was fucking depressed, man. I hated that shit.
Really?
I did not like it at all, man.
So lock myself in a box with a grill and a hot grill and oil. That'll solve it, right?
It's a good way of putting it.
So, okay, you start your first, location. You open up your first location. How does it go from there?
So before I jumped into it, I went to Zaid because he opened up a year before me, and then after that, he kind of pushed me. He's like, "Yeah, do it. It's good." And then from there, I got the truck build out in Miami. Brought it over here. It was a whole journey.
Right.
Once it got here, did all the paperwork and stuff. Got started. In the beginning, there was a little hype. People coming out showing love. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? People from the neighborhood, people that I knew. And then as time went by, sales started to, just going down.
Okay.
And I was like, what the hell's going on? Where's everybody at? And I was not advertising. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know how to advertise. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to be out there and expecting people to come.
Right.
And the special question is for everybody out there trying to start a food truck is, if I am starting my business today, why are you special for me to come and try your food out? You know what I'm saying?
Right. So
I'm
what's
sorry.
this- what's
Why
this
are
your
you
part?
special for me to come and try your food out?
Exactly.
And someone told me that, and at first I was like, damn, but it makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
So while we're there, what makes you so special for me to come all the way out to your truck and try your
I
food?
don't know.
You know?
No. It's basically kind of putting it in a way, hey, you need to push your menu out there to show people what you got to give.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If your food is good,
They'll come back.
they'll come back. Exactly.
Right.
But don't sit there and expect people to just
Walk
roam
right in.
at you.
Okay. So
And
you.
At least that's
So what did you do? You moved locations after that, or?
So yeah, over there it wasn't working out. It was tough. I was having even trouble with the landlords.
So where was your next location?
I moved down to downtown near campus, Wayne State,
Okay.
and then over there it was a lot better. I was getting a lot of traffic. It was good.
Right.
Business was really good. Within my first month, I was hitting some crazy numbers,
Yeah.
And then, shout out to City of Detroit.
Came after
Got
my
the
boy.
boot.
Came out there with a squad team, man.
So actually, they approved you. This
Yeah,
is something
yeah,
interesting about the story. So you got
yeah.
approved to be there. They
Yeah.
gave you the permit. You started doing really well, and you were kind of near some bigger name businesses that probably weren't liking that idea.
Oh
right?
yeah, no, 100%. That's what it was.
And
I mean,
then all of a sudden, the full SWAT team.
yeah.
That's how them people, right? They rolled up the boys, and it looked like it was like a real hot box, if you know
You
what
know,
I mean.
real quick, I'm gonna tell you guys a funny story. Shout out Sam. So they came out in the morning when we were, opening up, and he was there alone. He was starting up the truck, and he was in there, just kind of doing his thing, and they rolled up deep, man, like 12 in a van,
Right.
and they came out screaming at him, yo, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, what the hell is going on?
What I do, huh?
Are you the owner of this truck? No.
Right off the bat.
Just threw me under the bus,
I didn't
man.
see none. I didn't hear none.
His name's Ali Shami.
Right.
Well, get him on the phone, and then he calls me. He's like, Ali, what the hell do you got in this truck?
He's like, check the tires.
What is going on,
Yeah.
And I got down there, man. They had this guy like against the truck. He was like,
And all of this because they gave you a permit
Yeah.
and they tried to revoke it, and I guess you
they did revoke it. They
So they
said that it
revoked it.
was given to me
in error.
in error.
Right.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
And which is crazy, man.
And they
I
still
mean,
rolled up on you like you were hot in the boys, man.
honestly, and then I was so mad about the whole situation.
Yeah.
I was going back and forth with the city. You know what I'm saying? For like 2-3 weeks.
You ever end up getting your truck back up there?
No, it was something that I probably could have fought if
Right.
if I got the right lawyers on. But at
So-
the time, it was just like it's not worth my time because I'm here closed. You know, my business is not. I'm not operating. It's
So what was the next move after that?
so after that I moved into campus, actual Wayne State campus.
Okay.
And honestly, shout out Wayne State, man. You guys were great. It was honestly it was a vibe, man.
Yeah.
The students there are amazing. Like for real, it's just like there's a lot of even like you'd be surprised. A lot of Arab community is
They show up.
yeah. No, there's a lot.
So
down
why?
there.
So why leave?
It was just not the right type of business that I wanted to do
Okay.
in terms of like timing.
Right.
So Wayne State would limit us onto how long we can stay on campus.
So there's rules and regulations for being on campus you have
Yeah.
to follow. Okay.
And then not just that, it's more of also just like they'll give you just like 2-3 days out of the whole week.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the rest of the week would be closed.
That's the biggest hassle is moving around.
Man,
That
I
sounds
hated
like,
it. And dealing with a truck that old, oh my god, man.
Tell them about the
Flintstones, huh? I seen your feet. I think pushing down from the bottom of it.
Tell them.
Zay,
when it broke
remember
down.
that one time, bro? I had the my
He was just driving down Michigan Ave,
Right.
and then it just his whole.
so off his intersection where his truck is at,
Right.
on Michigan Avenue, Wyoming, my the drive shaft,
Yeah.
it fell off like completely.
Boom.
And when when that falls off,
Can't drive.
you can't. The truck is not moving.
Right.
And I'm sitting there, in the middle of the lane, like in dead center, just people are honking, like get the hell out the way, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm like, oh
And
shit.
so in Wayne State wanted you to move this truck 3 times a week.
Yeah.
So just telling me.
I jumped stories.
Yeah.
But
No, it's fine. It's just funny because this truck can't move, and you're trying to move it 4 or 5 times
yeah,
a week. It's
Yeah.
insane. So that's why that area didn't work out.
no, it didn't work out. And then after that, we moved all the way to East Point.
Okay.
And
that's
you
a
don't
big
want to
one.
know how I got the truck down there, man.
Okay. I don't.
It was tough,
I'm
man.
just kidding. Yeah,
It
they're
was
dragged
tough.
by somebody, huh?
I it was tough, man.
That's great.
We got it there. Honestly, East Point was probably the worst decision I did.
Really.
I'm gonna be honest with
How
you,
long?
man.
How long were you there for?
I was only there for a week. It was
Okay.
tough.
And then
and-
after that,
And then after that, I came back to Dearborn.
okay, and that's where the journey in Dearborn
Yeah.
started.
Yeah.
And you did move in Dearborn twice, right, or once?
Where was your first location in Dearborn?
No, it was in Detroit.
No,
Oh.
Dearborn. When you moved to Dearborn.
My first location was
In
at,
Dearborn.
on Wyoming.
Okay,
It is in Dearborn, yeah.
the Wyoming and Warren one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and how did that go?
It was good. I was there for about 6-7 months.
Okay,
It was pretty good, but then it just didn't work out.
then you moved not too far off.
So I was actually building a lot of my customer base was growing when I came back to Dearborn.
Okay,
But then it was just like a lot of parking issues, things going on with the landlord and stuff, and then it just didn't work out. So we decided, hey, it's probably best if we're gonna build this brand.
Right.
Right now we're still at a time where it's picking up. It's probably best to go to a location where we're gonna be there for a good period of time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So we moved across the street onto Wyoming. Sorry, yeah,
Right. And then
and that's where I am right now.
okay, so completely opposite story. We'll go to Zaid with the spot truck. You guys have been in the same location
And I think
from the start, right?
Yeah. Been in the same spot.
I'm
The spot's been in the same spot. I like it.
Yep.
I think
Hold on. All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you this. I think if someone does start a food truck business, and being at the same location, no matter how tough it is, but if you're there for a good period of time, you do eventually build up business.
Right.
With pushing ads, with pushing good customer service and stuff like that. Eventually, people will
Roll into
yeah they'll figure
you
out
build
hey,
a base.
yeah.
Essentially. Yeah.
And they'll see, hey, like this guy's doing his thing, and it, we'll go out and support.
Okay.
100%.
So Zaid, tell us how that is. Speaking to Ali, saying being able to stay in that same spot. But how's that journey go in terms of when you first opened up?
So when we first opened up, we opened up about like 2.5 years ago. It's been
Right.
about 2.5 years ago. And then it was very slow, of course, in the beginning. Like Ali said, maybe $200, $300 sales, like in general, the whole day.
Right.
I remember working myself. Our truck is smaller than his truck.
Yeah.
So it's harder inside our truck than his.
Okay.
His is a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
So you go inside, especially even like right now, when it starts hitting 75, 80, it's a hot box.
Right.
You know, we tried to get an AC in there, but couldn't find the right guy to get us AC, so
Right.
we're still working on that. But same thing, like Ali said, you know, $200, $300 sales. And then, you know, thanks to the owner of the gas station, I worked with him since I was 15.
Right.
You know, a great guy, amazing
But
guy.
you actually started as an employee at that gas station.
Yeah, I used to work there. And then it's just a matter of like, I've always had a new business. So I've did power washing gas stations, detailing, all that stuff. And alhamdulillah, this is the thing that worked out. And then with the owner, he's a great guy, amazing guy, and he let us stay there. You know, he helps us, we help him. So, you know, if he's not there at the gas station, I look out for his gas station. If I'm not there, same thing he does.
So you have a really good established relationship with him.
100%.
Which explains why you've been there for so long.
Exactly. And we've been there.
Shout out to his landlord.
Great guy.
We need more people like that, honestly.
He's a great guy. Very
He
nice
is.
guy, man. And then casually, like, staying there, cool, so you build more customers.
Right.
Because, like, you're in the same spot. So you're not really bouncing around.
Yeah.
Like how Ali is. Now your customers have to find you where you're at. Where do you go? You know,
Yeah.
same spot makes it, like, easier for you to find. And us, we were advertising on Instagram, but it was, like, I think us more word of mouth spreading. A lot of customers that would come to the window. We ask them, well, how did you come here?
Right.
How did you hear about it? Like, oh, my friend told me about you.
Right.
Or my family, whatever. And alhamdulillah, it's been a blessing.
Right.
I think one of the main difficulty we had or challenge that we had was not having enough storage. So Ali has a bigger truck. Him with his truck, they have a little bit more storage than us.
Right.
And with us, it's very
So
tight.
is it a smaller truck?
Oh, yeah.
I've never.
I don't know what he's talking about. It's probably like what, 1.5 foot?
No.
What do
you
you-
go
what do you-
inside Ali's truck, his eyesole is way bigger.
Yeah. Oh, even wider. You're saying.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Us, you're inside. Everybody got to stay at the same spot.
Hey,
You know, it's like
You,
robots.
you really gotta like your coworkers or something to work out. Is basically what you're saying.
You have to. I think if Ali has the guys I have that we work with,
Yeah.
I think he wouldn't last. He's gonna leave, bro.
So you started off, it picked up a little bit, took some time, but so I guess as soon as you started kind of establishing names for both you guys, right? You
Yeah.
guys kind of started establishing a name, a brand. You started establishing a regular customer base. Then something happened to both you guys, you know, at different times of the year, but initially it started first with Zaid in the spot where Keith Lee came out, right? So Keith Lee comes out while you're trying to build this business, right? You're establishing this name for yourself in Dearborn, and then one of the most nationally recognized food critics comes out, and boom.
Hey man, the Keith Lee effect is real. So a lot of it is real. It is real, you know.
Yeah. So how does it go? Or how are your expectations? How to feel?
So before Keith, alhamdulillah, we were doing good sales. We were doing great.
Sorry, first question.
Yeah.
Where were you when you found out Keith Lee came to your location?
No,
he
I
was at
working.
Keith Lee's hotel downstairs.
Make sure he posts that video.
Yeah.
So you're in the truck grinding,
So
and then
subhanallah. So every day, I have my little brother opens up,
right,
and then he always runs late.
okay,
You know, can't really depend on him. He's always running late.
right,
He likes to sleep too much. So
Sure.
I take it on myself. I was like, today, let me go open up. And I go open up. When I go open up 1:30, the window's open. So we open up, and then I was working that day. Then, we get phone orders because he calls and discusses, so you don't know who is he calling.
right.
And
So this is Keith Lee coming,
Yeah.
right? So you
This
were
is-
there when he came.
I was there, yeah. I was there when he
Okay,
came.
so did you know he came? Did you know it was him?
Well, no, you can never know it's him because he calls or he'll let somebody call for him.
Wait,
Okay.
yeah, didn't his wife or his sister call somebody?
I
It
think
wasn't
it's
him,
his
right?
sister,
So
wasn't
he
him.
Yeah.
uses somebody else to call.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
Yeah.
think it was a lady on the phone, I think, that
Right.
called because I said in the video he called his sister to place the order.
Mm.
So she placed the order, and I think they placed the order, I believe it was around opening time,
Right.
if I'm not mistaken. We made the food, and it sat for a whole hour. And, we have a policy our truck, if the food sits more than 15, 20 minutes after it gets off the grill,
Yeah.
because you're in a food truck, it gets cold.
Right.
If it sits 15, 20 minutes, give it to the next guy. Because our menu is very simple.
Right.
So, I mean,
Same order.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we moved that order. Then I believe his sister who comes to the window. I was not on the window, by the way.
Yeah.
I was on the back. I was cooking. And they're like, hey, we got an order for this phone number. You guys did it yet? I told him, look, we did it. She only came from the out the car here, so he
Right.
didn't come out. She came, and then we're like, look, we gave this order away, and the guy at the window didn't know who she was. And I was in the
Yeah.
back. So we're like, we gave the order away because sat here for an whole hour, and give us 10, 15 minutes where we make your food. They're like, oh, sweet, thank you so much. Very nice lady.
Yeah.
Made the food. Then after he got the food, he comes out the car because
Yeah.
he doesn't want you sugarcoating the food or nothing. He already
Right.
got the food, so the food was with him, and he came out the car, and he's just very humble guy, nice guy, dapping everybody up. Appreciate you guys, thank you, all that,
Okay.
And I believe he went and sat in the back of the gas station recording the video. So he was recording the video inside the car.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
And then a lot of people were telling us, why don't you guys post up you guys got Keith Lee? We didn't want to interfere with him because he had his whole family. We want his privacy.
Right.
So like we could have easily posted, oh, Keith Lee's here.
So you knew. So you knew that he was there before he even.
No. When he got the food.
No, I'm saying
he
so
came out.
after he got before he posted your videos.
Yeah, we knew he was in the back lot shooting the video.
Okay. Okay.
So he parked in the back lot inside his car, and his whole family, his 2 kids.
Okay.
in the
I
shooting
thought you were just sitting there one day and you pop up Instagram, boom, you're on
No.
Keith Lee's page.
That was the same day. No, that's the same.
That's
like,
how chime time is, right?
That's how we got hit with that shit, man.
yeah,
But,
yeah. Because and then he sat in the back lot. He went and parked his. I think he was in a big Yukon. He has a family.
Yeah,
He has a whole family.
right.
Sitting eating the food, and we seen him recording the video and everything.
Okay. Okay.
But we just didn't want to bother posting on Instagram. Oh, we got Keith Lee our truck, and then people invading his privacy.
Right. Right. Oh,
No.
you're right. You're talking about live at this time.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
that same day.
Yeah.
But he didn't post the video till 11 p.m. at night.
Gotcha.
You know, and
Where were you then when he posted the video? Where were you?
I was not at the truck at the time. I stepped out, but because I'm not gonna lie to you, my heart was beating.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
asking you, but where were you?
I don't know where was I.
Seems
You
like
don't
Ali knows
remember?
where you were.
Where was I?
That's why earlier when you were asking him where were you when the video
Right.
posted, you don't remember. Remember in Hamtramck?
Oh yeah.
So this guy, let me tell you, and wallah, we were all happy for Zaid. It's
Yeah.
kind of a big thing for just somebody in Dearborn. This guy came out and he's giving this, this big exposure, and it was
Right. 100%.
it was crazy, man. It was great,
Right.
wallah. But we were in Hamtramck sitting, and
Okay.
out of nowhere, Zaid just opens his phone. I'm gonna move the mic a little back. He just goes, ah! He just got-
I was
he's
I
like-
was checking the phone like
Yeah. Yeah.
every 30
Constantly.
minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, yo, he posted a video. And then
it's
he made
crazy.
sujood right away. He's like, Allahumma lak alhamd.
It's
bro."
funny. He's laughing at you, don't worry. But I got his video. I'll tell you what happened with him when he found out Chime Time came. Yeah, he's laughing. No, I got your back, Zaid. So, right. So now the video post, boom.
Video post.
What happens after that in terms of business growth and
So it was at 11 p.m. He posted it, and we had 2 hours to close.
Right.
Usually our busy hours are after 9,
Right.
8 o'clock 9. So that's when we were
nighttime?
busy.
Yeah.
It was the same day, regular day. But the next day was when the crazy thing. I think my phone froze. I couldn't answer no calls, because of how many notifications I was getting.
Yeah.
Whether it's Instagram following or
Okay.
likes, people
Yeah.
calling me from the
Completely
city.
blowing up.
You guys
s-
weren't taking any phone calls either at the truck, right?
Yeah, for a whole week. We're not
Yeah.
even.
Wow.
But I'm talking about my personal phone. I had people
Yeah.
calling me people that own food trucks in the city.
Yeah.
Yo, how did you get Keith Lee to come to you? Can we get him? Can you get him for us?
Right.
And alhamdulillah, he came to us, and I think he gave us one of the highest ratings in Detroit.
Right. That's awesome.
You know?
Yeah. I
And
know his wife was like, right. He gave it like a 9. What did he give it? 9.
9, I think 9.5. I'm not sure.
And then she's like, "What the hell would make it a 10?" Meaning like
The
it's a
dip-
10 to her.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's and then when we went to open up the next day, the owner of the gas station was surprised. He's like, "Yo," because we already had an issue with him, people blocking his pumps.
Right.
And now today,
it's gonna get a lot worse.
Everybody's just blocking the pumps. I called him, I was like, I can't do nothing for it. I mean, we had a big guy. He's a big foodie,
Yeah.
and he just travels from state to state. And he came to our truck. We were one of the 5 trucks he came to.
Right.
He was happy for us, very happy, but he was mad people were blocking the pumps.
100%.
You
know?
can't blame him. It's tough, man.
Yeah.
Bro, I drove by that day. That's all you.
That day was crazy.
So
It
we
was-
went to Miami, and I was like to you, Zaid, I gotta come try the food, right?
Yeah.
And then it was like not even 2 days later, this whole thing goes down. I'm like that morning, I seen. Look, me, I didn't know this whole. I didn't even know who Keith Lee was. I just seen the video. I'm like, this is an awesome video, right?
Of course you would.
So right, I was really on Instagram, and then I drive by. I'm like, let me go try it today. And I'm like, before you even opened up, the window's still closing. There's like 15 people, 20 people out there already, basically camped out waiting.
Oh
for it to
yeah,
open up.
it was crazy, man. It was a blessing, man.
Yeah.
Like they say, the Keith
Alhamdulillah.
Lee effect is
It's real.
real, man.
100%.
And then after that, just like every day, sales was same sales, crazy busy. And then we attracted new customers. And after that, it's just been a blessing.
Alhamdulillah. So, similar to that story is, can I just call him the evil Keith Lee?
Mr. Chime Time, babe.
He's the evil Keith Lee, right? So
Honestly, I'm gonna tell you this.
he's the not evil, the controversial Keith Lee.
He
was
is somebody.
panicking. Ali was panicking for
Zaid,
him.
let me ask you this: do you know any foodie that's more harsher than? You remember when you were telling me that
He's
he was
a very
coming-
harsh guy.
He's brutal, right? He's
You
brutal.
know. Before he even came to Detroit, what were you telling me?
Me and him were talking. We're like, yo, what if Mr. Chime Time comes? Because I've been following Mr. Chime Time before Ali knew about him.
Yeah.
So I knew, and I've been reaching him out before even Keith Lee came.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've known Mr. Chime Time. I was like, Ali, if he comes, bro, this guy comes and he orders off DoorDash. So you would not know when he comes.
Yeah. Alias names, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's got alias.
And he's
you don't know
very
who he is.
harsh. This guy is harsh. That's what he's known for.
So you're like rolling a dice. He's gonna make or break you.
Yeah, if you're
So-
bad, you just say straight up.
So talk to us about how having that, So he comes out to the truck, right?
Yeah. So I wasn't there that night.
Where
but-
were you? How did you find out?
TMI. I don't know why I said
I'll
TMI.
tell you how he found out though. I'll break that story. I got a good story for that.
But no, I wasn't there. Sam was out there, and it was around 1:30ish a.m. So
Okay.
we stopped taking orders around that time, and he ordered off, was it Uber, DoorDash, one of the two, Uber or DoorDash, with an alias name.
Yeah.
And then he comes to the window and he's Sam was telling me like he's asking for his order. And then apparently Sam declined his order, but Uber or DoorDash didn't send it over to him ahead of time, telling him like, "Hey, kitchen."
Oh, okay. So it was near the end of the night.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then kitchen was already closed.
Right.
Because they need time to clean up and stuff.
Right, of
And then Sam, he came up masked up with some sunglasses and a hoodie.
So disguise.
Yeah, and then Sam was there with his brother Mu'ad.
Yeah.
And then Mu'ad was actually at the window, right, too? And he was like, "Wait, is this guy's order ready? He's
Yeah. Like
what's going on? You
Right.
know?" Apparently Sam
decline the order.
declined
Yeah.
the order without Mu'ad knowing, right? And he already told him, "Hey, the orders will be coming out in a few."
Shortly. Okay.
Yeah. And then Sam had to make that order. So he was forced to make that order because
So you were that close to missing out on Mr. Chime Time.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So they still at this time, they don't really know it's Chime Time, right?
Yeah.
So can I steal this part from you? Can I tell them how you found out?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a
Man.
little graphic, but yeah. So we were actually together at that time, right? We
Yeah.
were moving something very important on the coldest day of the winter,
It was
right?
It was
There
horrible.
three of
wallah.
us, right? Moving the twins truck. And we're moving, this was brutal, right? In the middle of the cold, we're busting our knuckles. And then all of
I mean,
go ahead.
all right. Let me say it from my perspective, because he's gonna put it in a way where I'm evil. I know.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not.
Listen.
I was actually, I was very happy for you. I really was. So I completely understood. I was like, you know what? Do your thing. We got this. We'll take care of the rest of this.
No,
So,
but
so before that, I just see Ali's on his phone, and then he just kind of, oh my God, Mr. Chime Time posted us.
I dozed off. No.
Spit flying everywhere. I was like, what?
I was waiting
Who?
for it too.
I
I'm
was
not
like,
gonna
who?
lie.
I don't know which is Chime Time. I was like, oh, Mr. Chime Time posted us. But at the time, Mr. Chime Time doesn't actually post your name, right?
No. I think he posted.
He just posts pictures of the food.
he's
He's
posted
like, who
pictures.
else's food looks like this nacho burger? He's like, 100% that's our boxes. And then he spent 45 minutes trying to figure out if it was his food or not.
'Cause he called me.
Hey, but
I called
when I left you finishing off to move the trailer, where
Yeah.
was the trailer? It was in the middle of the street. It was in the middle of the street, and I was
Again, the coldest day of winter.
It was
but-
horrible. Wallah. I was like, and then he just kind of gave me my time. I was like,
I was like, do
okay.
your thing, go.
So I made a few phone calls. Turns out, I called Sam. I was like, yo, Sam, did you see Mr. Chime Time's post? That looks like our food? Like, I know nobody out here that makes the nacho. That you know
Right.
what I'm saying?
You could tell your food. You know what's your food.
And then Sam was like, what? What are
And
you
he
talking
was like,
about?
what did he say? He said, this is gas as AF or something
Yeah,
like that?
He's like, it's gas.
Or it's fire.
And then Sam goes like, why the hell does it look like that?
It was not a very flattering picture.
No,
I'll be
no,
honest
no.
with you,
That
right?
nacho, yeah, no.
It looked like a, what people call it?
A chicken
A
bun
fried
burger.
chicken burger.
I was waiting for that post as much as he was waiting.
Yeah.
'Cause-
So he took his time too, didn't he? He dragged.
Yeah. So he posted like just a few pictures of the food
Yeah.
without announcing the place or anything like that. And then we were just waiting on the review. But I had some hope because he said it was gas, which
Right.
means holy shit, this is
Yeah.
fire. And a few days passed by. Wallah, I was in my room taking a nap. Wallah, and I get this phone call from Ilyas, my nephew. Wake, Ali, you know, he's
Yeah.
just screaming over the phone. Did you see the post? I'm like, no. I'm like, holy shit! I open my phone and I look at it,
Blowing up.
and that was the moment that I realized, I'm GB's is finally gonna be somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
So what happened after that in terms of business and GBs?
It's alhamdulillah, man. You know, he really did do his thing. He put us on the map. Ever since that day, I'd say we've been getting new customers almost every day. You know what I'm saying? Like until this day, there's people that come walk up to the window and say, "Hey, we came from Ohio to try you guys out.
Yeah.
Mr. Chindam sent us here."
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, damn, that's crazy,
Similar
man.
to what Zayd
The
was saying.
effect that these foodies really do on these businesses is crazy.
So let me ask you: is it similar to Zayd, where people are calling you? How'd you get him? You know,
I don't answer those calls. I try not to.
they really think that you.
They
know,
really-
You just
yeah.
kind of try to get lucky.
And when
man,
you
that's
when
what it
you're
is.
honest and say, "Hey, look, he just really just came out," you know,
Right.
and just reach out to him on Instagram. I think that's the best way. And then they're sitting there expecting you to give a phone number, and
Right.
it's like, I don't know what to tell you.
So how was his ratings that he gave you compared to everybody else?
Surprisingly, very high.
Really?
Yeah, the highest. And he said,
What does that phrase say?
"I wish I had my shirt. I'd turn out. I'd turn it around and show you guys the."
Mr. Chime Time approved, sure. So
What
yeah,
is that?
he dubbed you the king of late nights, right? You know, congratulations for that. But yani, point being is, you know, you both started these food trucks. The journey was there, right? You guys kind of talking through, you know, I don't know if you guys are venting to each other throughout the whole process, but you're building this business. It's hard. It's struggling. You're starting to build traction just naturally, which is what every other business is. And I think anybody can do that in terms of if you have a good location and if you have good food, right? You'll eventually get there. It's really hard.
Yeah.
But if you're, you know, you're working and you're making, you know, you're putting the effort into it, it's going to end up showing up later on. So what these guys do is they just come and pour gaslight, right? They just, you know, pour charcoal fluid, whatever, or, you know, gas all
lights
over the
up like
fire and
crazy.
it just boom,
Yep.
you know,
Yeah.
it just takes you that much.
And
out.
honestly, like, here's the thing, alhamdulillah, like, even before Chime Time, I'm pretty sure even Zayd, like, before Keith Lee, like, we were doing okay, you know?
Right.
We were
right.
pushing day to day, making decent sales.
So these guys take you to the next level.
They take you to the next level, exactly.
That's pretty awesome.
And honestly, like, it all comes back to this, and you have to make sure you know how to deliver when it happens, right?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to make sure that food quality stays the same.
Right.
Customer service stays the same. You know, all that plays a role. Just because you're getting more customers now doesn't mean that all these are kind of like, you know.
But I think
Yeah.
that's a little bit, which is again why you're moving to a brick and mortar and you're
Expanding
into a bigger trailer.
Right.
Is just only so much you can really do within
and
the
that's-
space that you're
That's the issue that I'm still having till today, man.
in. Right.
My wait times, you know,
Yeah.
it's hard to.
It's a good thing. I mean, that means
It
you
is
have
a good
business,
thing.
you
It's
know?
a good problem to have, alhamdulillah. But you know, when you're a truck that or a restaurant, when you're making fresh food to order, especially with burgers, you know, it's easier with tacos, and the menu for Zayd is smaller, but with us we have a lot of different options
Right.
in terms of the burgers. Everything we're cooking fresh, you know.
Right.
As soon as we get the order, hey, we're dropping mushrooms on the grill. We
Right.
don't prep anything before.
No pre-cooked food.
No, nothing.
Right.
Everything is freshly made at the time you order.
So, real quick question for both you guys: are we getting the burger back in Dearborn, and are we getting fresh cut fries back at JB's? What's
For
that?
us, yeah, 100%.
That burger's coming
Once
back.
that big chiller opens up, maybe next week or after,
Okay.
the whole menu is back with no
So
items.
now that
too.
you're expanding, you're gonna be able to bring in things that people are missing back.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Fresh cut fries.
Do the little beep. No, man, listen. So with fresh cut fries, we really do want to bring them back, but we want to bring them back, and do them the right way, like
Okay.
how we were doing them before. Currently, right now, the truck is gotten a lot more tighter for us, and if we
Okay.
try to push them back in,
It's
It
just
just-
gonna make things.
yeah.
Okay. So, but they are eventually coming back.
no, that's 100%.
Okay. Is that with
It's-
the rebrand?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. That's awesome. So, I want to thank you both for coming on the show.
It was a pleasure, Amro.
Look, 2 food truck owners coming on my show, and I appreciate you guys, but not one of them brought me food. It is what it is. We'll talk about that later.
That's true.
Dude, I thought you had that under.
It's
under
all good.
control.
It's all good. Don't even worry about it. I'll take.
That's actually another thing. Why do people expect free food?
Because when they see you,
Just because you're my brother, you expect me to give you free food? What do you think about that, Zaid?
Ali's gonna charge you for every penny of your buddies. Free food, bro.
So no. So hold up.
I call
Right?
BS on
Let me
that.
ask you
man.
something. If I owned, if I owned a juice bar, right, and one of you invited me over, I'm bringing you juice to the house. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
But when it comes to food, no, honestly, when
Yeah.
it comes to food, you just don't want to cook, man.
Here's what it is, right? I don't know. It's basically implied in there, but yes, we did go into the endeavor of Twins Grill together, right? And I don't know, explain because I'm new to this, right? You guys are the pros, the veterans, but initially, you're so excited about being in the food industry. You're so excited to eat all your food. You want to take home everyday food to the family, right? My wife and kids, well, bringing us a burger.
Yeah.
Right? And initially, you're so excited for everybody to try the food and bring it home. Here you go. Here's some food. And then you get to a certain point where you just want to lock up and get the hell out of there, right?
Yeah.
It's because it
You don't wanna
overwhelms
cook,
you.
you
It's
really
so
don't.
hot. It's
Yeah.
heated. You're finally cleaning up, and it's like, oh, did you bring us food? It's like, I just want to, clean everything off, make sure
It's
everything's
the
done
last
right.
thing on my mind, bring you food.
So no, I don't blame you on that end, but that's something that I think you only really appreciate later on.
I'll tell you what's different though when it comes to cooking, is when you're in there in that truck, and you got people walking up, and they're ordering food, and you're cooking for them, and they're about to have some good ass food,
Right.
right?
Funny story, sidetrack, but we're working with one of the kids we had to train, and it was time people were leaving, so I had to hold down the truck, and this new kid's working, and I made a burger for this lady, and it was slow, so I took my time with it, put a little heart and love,
Yeah.
and I make it like I want to eat it, and I'm giving it to her, and I gave her the food, and then she comes back to the truck. Who made this burger? He takes a step back. He goes, he did. He wants to play like. She looks like, come here. She's like, this is the best damn burger I ever had. And right
It's a
there, I was
different
like, man,
feeling,
it's
yeah.
like, it really is
100%.
self-gratifying. Like, oh man, this is a good feeling.
You know what you got to get used to as well is
On the other end of that is if you do mess up, and people are pissed, they're pissed about food.
yeah.
I think one thing is like a lot of these customers or people, they don't understand that every restaurant messes up.
It happens.
Things
It
happen.
happens, 100%.
And us
We're
when-
human,
Like, exactly. But some people think, like, let's say I was a regular customer. I've been going to this restaurant for a very long time, right?
Right.
They messed up one time, then I will go back again.
Right.
I mean, you've been going there for this whole long time, and they always give you perfect food, amazing food, and then you let that
100%.
one time, let you not go back there again.
And
To be fair, what I would say is as a customer, right? There's a lot of places I love to go. And if it's that one time, it's that one time, right? But then if that one time becomes 5 times, it
Exactly.
becomes an issue.
here's the thing. Like you mentioned earlier, that comes back to customer service, right?
100%.
So always having the customer should always have the option to reach out when there's an issue.
100%.
You want to lay that on the table. Like, hey, if you come to my business and you had a bad experience, I want to know about it. I don't
100%,
want to just
100%.
hear the good experience. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
I want to hear all the bad and good.
100%. Because
Like-
you want to know if this was just a human error or is somebody screwing up, right? Is somebody on the line is not doing their job
Like, I
right.
know so many people, like, I went, me personally, to a lot of restaurants, right? Like, when you eat up. If I don't have a bad experience, because there's a lot of people, like, if they have a bad experience, that's what they like to do, is just go and leave bad reviews,
Right.
Like, me personally, I went to a restaurant one time, and I had a very bad experience there. I'm not the guy that would go leave a review. I went, talk to the owner, like, yo, I don't like this, I don't like that. Because I feel like the owner, like, when a customer goes to his face and tells him in person,
Right.
they will care way more
100%.
and change that.
They see a face, they put a face to the
Exactly.
complaint.
Because,
Right.
that's a face complaint. But when you just oh, you went there one time and they messed up on your food. It's a one-time thing. And then for you to go and start bashing them.
That's
You know,
the hard part of the reviews, and that's why
100%.
having good reviews. Both of you guys have great
Yeah,
reviews
yeah.
on Google is actually really good, because I think customers who have a bad experience are more motivated to actually give you a review, right? So if I had, like me personally, I don't really, unless somebody says, hey, please leave us a review, I go out on my way and give, even if I like the food. But
Yeah.
the only time I really would think is if I had a horrible experience
Same here.
and they piss me off to that extent, I go out, and I think that's where most customers, like,
You know, like a lot
I
of...
I think honestly it's fair. if
It
you
is,
ask
it is.
me.
It's fair, but I'm saying that's the
I-
reality of it, though.
Right.
In terms of, it's
That's how it
it's
is
a
in the
lot
food
harder to
business.
motivate somebody to give you a good review than it is to give
a
Yeah,
bad
yeah,
review,
bad review.
100%.
Yeah.
Because I know Ali and any other restaurant business, you have a lot of regular customers that come every day but don't leave you a review.
right.
You know,
Exactly.
because they just don't bother. You
The
know,
best review they can give you is to come back.
exactly. So it is like fair, when people leave their reviews. But yeah, some people do come, every day, but they don't care about reviews. They don't.
Right.
They care about the food. Good food. I have a good time. I'm gonna have a great day.
Exactly. All right. With that, I think it's a good spot to stop. Appreciate you guys coming out. And GBs and the spot truck will be giving away free food for the whole week.
cut.
All right, guys. Yeah, like, I appreciate you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Next episode coming out soon, inshallah.
Straight up, yeah, you know we came way up. Hustle from the bottom, now look, we rich and famous. Way up, straight up, yeah, you know these streets dangerous. Made it from the bottom, now look, we rich and famous. Way up, straight up, yeah, you know street life dangerous. Hustle from the bottom, now look, we rich and famous. Way up,